Welcome to How to Hardcore. As you may be noticing, today's goal is to destroy the forest for personal gain. We're going to get a bunch of sticks, trade them for a bunch of emeralds, trade those emeralds for a bunch of nice diamonds, get some cool diamond stuff, enchant it with XP we get from a very simple mob farm, and hopefully get some pretty boss gear. So it wasn't quite as many logs as I thought. I feel a little guilty, but whatever. And, we did get a lot of emeralds out of this. So we're going to take those 40 emeralds and, yeah, a lot of pickaxes. But we've unlocked the diamond hoe trade for 1 emerald. That's a lot of XP. We're going to exploit the heck out of this trade until this guy is master level. And of course, everybody likes diamond hoes. So we finally gotten this guy up to master level. And now we have what we're looking for. We have the pickaxe and shovel trade. They're not great, but, well, it's a heck of a lot better than having to get diamonds the hard way and waste them on a bunch of pickaxes, and it's way better than iron. So in case you didn't believe me, here's 3 blocks of deep slate mined with a stone pickaxe, then mined with iron, and then with an efficiency 1 diamond. And as you can see, it's quite a big difference. So yeah, happy to have that diamond pickaxe.
So I got a little excited when I finally found diamonds, and I kind of forgot to sneak properly. Yeah, I set it to toggle. So this is an overdub because I was kind of saying some 4-letter words at this point because I was a little worried that something was going to blow me up down there. But thankfully it did not, and in the end, we got 2 diamonds, so I guess it all worked out for the best.
We appear to have found a cave way down in the world, around -22. And I don't really want this because, well, we were trying to mine down to bedrock, and that's kind of going to be a pain in the butt now. Come on. All right, fine. Fine. You going to play hard to get? Fine. I don't need to kill you. Ah, there we go. See? Reverse psychology. Reverse psychology always works. And, oh, okay, that guy can actually hit me from over there, so maybe we're just going to... You know what? I think we're just going to take a right-hand turn. We're just going to do that, and we will speak no more of this cave.
Okay, 25 diamonds. Why is that important? Well, it's enough for a full suit of diamond armor. There's about 40 minutes of branch mining, give or take. And why is this important? Well, now if you have full diamond, Creeper can't blow you up and one-shot you, so that's nice. Alright, so it's time for another building project. We got a lot of deep slate, as you can see, and we're going to make a little shrine for the villagers, a little temple thing where they can worship my greatness. And eventually our enchanting altar is going to go in there. Alright, so here's the basic idea I had in mind. It's kind of going to be sort of Greco-Roman kind of style thing with some pillars and stuff. Pillar design is, takes a little work to get right. But I'm thinking that one. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a boxy shape to start, and then we'll kind of get rid of the box shape and hide it with some sloped roof and stuff like that. So as I was saying, much less boxy when you add in a bit of a sloped roof. So we got some pillars down the side. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with that design, but the ones in the corner, that's basically what they're going to look like. And we need some kind of facade or marquee looking thing down the side. And a few options here. I'm thinking the alternating look is kind of cool for this. Just gives it a little more texture than if we just make it, straight stairs down all the sides like that. So, little things like that, give it a little bit more life, make it a little bit more interesting without making it any more complicated. Same thing goes for the inside. So we kind of want to spruce that up just a little bit as well because it's looking a little bit boring. So again, same kind of idea. Whoops, we'll do something like this with the stairs here, just to get a little bit more texture on it. That one kind of hurts my eyes. That's a little too busy. But something like this, right? So we've got, every few blocks we've got the stairs in there. And, again, when you can, you just add a little variation with some blocks like that, right? Just to make things a little bit more interesting and a little less monotonous. And, of course, we gotta have a little skylight in the back, right? So the holy light can shine down on our altar, or, whatever. Okay, so you can see I went with a different deep slate for the floor here. But the main problem is that I did not place my builds correctly. Always think about where it's going to sit in space. So yeah, this is bad because it's way too close to our longhouse here, like way too close. And so unfortunately, we're going to have to make our longhouse, well, a little less long. We do have a lot of empty space in here, so it's not too bad, but that's kind of a bummer. There it is. It still looks okay. And there's substantially more space now. It was annoying to remake the facade, but, lesson learned. Another thing that you probably want to think about before is 2 block or 1 block centers. So, whoops, now we need 2 enchanting tables, but whatever. So we have all this diamond gear. We have 43 levels, and because of the way that Minecraft's enchanting system works, that's not going to be enough levels. So we kind of just go through the process here of looking for the best enchantment, putting every piece of gear that we want in there, and then only taking the one that is actually good, which so far is probably Respiration 3. So, this is definitely a trial and error thing, and we are going to need more than 43 levels to really do a good job on this. All right, so we've borne out the trial and error process, checking every enchantment every time, taking the best one. We got a diamond pickaxe that's okay. We got a bow that's okay. Neither are quite done yet. And, as you can see by the glowiness, we've enchanted some other stuff as well. But again, it's all sort of starter enchantments, and, well, now we're out of levels. And that poses a problem. A problem that we can solve with obsidian. So we're using the whole water trick so we don't lose any to the lava below. We're going to make a nether portal, and, that's going to help us accomplish our goal of making a mob farm.
Uh, hmm. I can't count. Oh, hello. You spawned on top of me. What do you got? Cactus. Lime dye. Ooh. Blue orchids and pink dye. Okay, we actually probably should take some of this stuff. Okay, buddy. Time to give me your wares. I'll take 3 of those. I'll take 3 of those. And I'll take 3 of those. Or, well, 1 of those. Because, yeah, that's all I need. Nope, definitely nothing suspicious about that nether portal. That's perfectly normal. He's starting to annoy me. Can I burn them to death? Do they get mad at me? What happens if I burn your llama? Oh no, I'm a terrible person. Oh, what a catastrophe. How awful. Oh, what a shame. Oh, look, they're fine. I don't feel so bad anymore. Just a little roast. Now I'm kind of curious. Does he roast? Oh, no, he lived. Alright, well, you guys just got a little charbroiled. Yeah, I'm digging that. Okay, it's nether time. I'm going for it. This is a dangerous moment in a hardcore world, but you know what? You gotta do it sooner or later. Okay, Crimson Forest, we're just gonna get a few blocks off the ground so we don't get killed by a hoglin. I'm not seeing anything particularly interesting. There's a big old patch of glowstone, that's nice, and there's a lava ocean, that's pretty standard. So the basic idea here is to break the original nether portal and simply make a ladder up to the ceiling of the nether and then replace our portal. And with any luck, this should link up to the same exact portal that we made in the overworld. Okay, we made it. Successful nether trip, number 1. I didn't even take any damage. I got 8 pork chops, a stack of nether quartz, 2 stacks of glowstone, 6 shroom lights, some warped fungus, 2 leathers, and some netherrack.
Okay, so now we're going to make a nether tunnel over to where our spawner portal is going to be. And the reason we're doing this is we want the spawner to be 128 blocks above everything else, so we cut out all of the other spawns that might be there. But we don't want to have to run up there or use a water elevator because that stuff is annoying. So nether shortcut is the way to go.
It's so satisfying to break netherrack. Here we go. Please do not be a cave. Please do not be a cave. So I guess we need to break this portal and just move up a lot of blocks.
Okay, so I'm going to try to move over to the water because it would be nice to have this thing over the water, in case we fall off during construction and things like that. But it is a little bit far, so, we're going to try it down here before we move up 200 blocks because, that would be bad.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so here we are. 3 stacks up. In order to get back up here, we're going to drop some water. And this water will do two things for us. Number one, it will allow us to get back up here if we should fall down. And number two, it allows us to destroy this horribly ugly sand pillar. And number three, it's going to make some water down there. So, if we should fall, well, if we fall in this direction, we're good. But if we fall in the other direction, well, now we have water on it. So, that's important. I have fallen off while making these things before. So this is just kind of my insurance policy. And really, we never have to go back down to the bottom here again. But, well, I mean, who doesn't want to jump off of this? I mean, come on. This is hardcore, right? It's this, tempting death a little bit. So let's do it. Hey. All right, yeah. Nobody wants to look at that horrible sand pillar. I mean, the column of water is bad enough. But a sand pillar next to it, God. Also, sand is kind of nice, and I wouldn't mind having some sand, so. And boom, that's going to take a long time.
Okay, so let's talk about the design of this mob spawner. This thing is super basic, there's no redstone, and it's pretty much idiot-proof. So it's not very hard to build at all. And, I didn't come up with this design, but I've kind of made my own tweaks to it a little bit, and it's very simple. So the first thing you'll want to do is you're going to want to build a 4-wide tube, and you want to be about 6 blocks up from where your portal is because, you need to be a minimum distance away from mobs to spawn, and if you don't go up a few blocks, then your bottom spawn platform will be too close and you won't make anything. Also, you want to put some slabs on the front part, because that front part is going to be where you stand and smack stuff. All right, so we're at y equals 263. We're going to make our first platform 15 blocks up at 278 because we want the mobs to be nice and squishy, but we don't want to go so high that the second layer of the spawner actually dies when they hit the ground. So we got to be careful, either 15 or 16 blocks. So here's the pillar. There we go. We're up 15 blocks. Very easy to make. And now the fun part starts, and so I'm going to give you guys a bit of a time lapse because there's a lot of placing of blocks here. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the superstructure of this thing. You can kind of see how the design works here. So, we're going to put down 2 water sources on either side, and that way, the mobs will fall into the water, and they will be carried into the middle where they will fall to, make a little splat, and then from there, we'll just smack them once or twice and they'll be dead. This little part on the edge here, you don't really need it, but I found that it kind of works better when you have that there for whatever reason. So, you could just do that, but I don't think it works as well. There's one more super important detail here, and that is you must not make it 3 blocks high. It must only be 2 blocks high. If you make it 3 blocks high, you are going to have Endermen spawn in here, and then they will teleport to your platform below, and they will try to kill you. You'll be sitting there AFKing, and one will look at you and kill you, or you'll be hacking at the stuff that fell in there, and there'll be Endermen in there, and they'll teleport away, and then they'll come and try to attack you. Yeah, it's terrible. Don't ask me how I know that. One more important note: if you really want to only have creepers, you could put a trapdoor there. That will cut out all of the skeletons and zombies and such. But I kind of want skeletons, and I'll take the rotten flesh and trade it. So not something that I'm concerned about. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and build the second layer. Again, this is kind of a tedious process. The first time you do it, it will probably take you about 2 hours, but I've built this a bunch of times, and it's probably down to about an hour at this point. I really, it's not that hard to build. It's just a lot of block placement. So do bring a lot of blocks with you. One more important detail here, you definitely want to light up the top of this thing, otherwise it will be a spawning chamber. Once you're inside, I like to put pillars in here because I don't want spiders. Spiders will clog up the machine by just climbing on the walls and not falling down. So spiders need a 3 by 3 area to spawn. So basically, if you just put a few pillars in here, you can block most of the spider spawns.
Here's the first real test of this thing. I just stood on the platform down there for about, maybe 2 minutes or less, and you can see we got a whole bunch of mobs just waiting to be hacked here. And so is this the world's fastest XP farm? No, but it's really easy to make, and as you can see, you do get a lot of mob drops, so it's going to hook us up with gunpowder and bone meal pretty much forever, and we'll easily be able to get enough XP to finish our enchants. Okay, so we did manage to get one more villager with an Unbreaking 3 book, which is one of the best books to get. And now we basically, between that and the XP that we can get from the spawner, we pretty much got everything covered. So, now all we have to do is just add Unbreaking 3 and Mending to all of the armor.
So as you can see, we're pretty much geared up at this point. Everything has protection 4 and Unbreaking 3. We even got Feather Falling 4 on the boots. We'll put mending on stuff, but the armor is pretty much done aside from mending. The pickaxes and the attacking weapons are, they're coming along. But we made a lot of progress today. We've gotten a whole bunch of enchantments. We built an XP farm. We finished our branch mine. So we made good progress. So that's going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.
Oh, mega fail.